Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome to Simple Politics. Hey Betunan, siyatshisa indaba South Africa. We've got new developments. Remember this morning we woke up to Donald Trump signing an executive order that all financial aid must be cut off that is coming to South Africa, and that the white or the farmers, the white farmers, Afrikaners, they can get a refugee status to go and live in America. Hey, I've been busy throughout the day, so I come home. Heaven, new developments. So the Africans people, they're like, no, we are going nowhere. Hey, halal. So first of all, I want us to talk about Krill. I don't know if it's Krill or what. The head of one of the leaders in AfriForum. He says that, we are going nowhere because we will never survive outside of South Africa. Reality is kicking in now. Is it not? Reality is kicking in, Uguti. We will never survive outside South Africa. First of all, you will never survive. We knew that you will never survive, because if you go to America, you're going to have to work hard. In America, you are not going to be helped by white privilege and just sit around wearing a bikini in Camps Bay at 10 a.m. in the morning. You're going to work hard. People in America, they work 3 jobs. Of course, we knew you were not going to go, because you're not going to get this luxury. Cost of living is very hard in America. As much as people always say, we hate South Africa, especially if you have ever traveled, guys. If you have ever gone to the countries outside of South Africa, I've traveled, and I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, we are privileged to live in South Africa. We are so privileged to South Africa. Hey, it's one of the best places you can live in. Trust me. You realize that once you step outside our country, and you're like, damn, we really underestimate what we have. So they're saying, we will never survive outside of South. Of course you will not survive. Of course you will not survive. And this guy says, and also, I'm going to play you guys the clip. He says, and also, the language of Afrikaans will be discontinued, because when the people leave and go live in America, they're not gonna be Africans anymore. So this thing is not benefiting us. Who called Trump? Who went to report to Trump to begin with? Who went to call Trump and say, no, South Africa? We are not happy in South Africa. They are passing laws. The ANC is crazy. The government is crazy. Now you are given us. Thank God to Trump come to America. Because now it's coming now. The world is gonna see exactly who you are. No, they're saying no. It will discontinue the Afrikaans. They are talking about our ancestors. Oh. So now you worry about your ancestors as white people. When the black people speak of the freedom that has been fought by black people, the apartheid, you always say, no, move on, it's been a very long time. But when it's white people, you want to talk about, we can't discontinue, because if we leave South Africa, African people will not thrive. Hey, what a time to be alive. And then Steenhuisen also had an interview. Let me drink some water. Hey! I've never been this excited. I'm telling you, Ziakal. So Steenhuisen also gets an interview. Just before we get to Steenhuisen, let me quickly play this clip for AfriForum so that you can listen for yourself.
That we are part of. We are committed to this country. We are committed to the African continent. Afrikaners became a people here on the southern tip of Africa. We will not survive as a cultural community anywhere else in the world. People that are leaving would know that their children are not going to be Afrikaners anymore. The price for us is too big to pay. So therefore, we would want to find an urgent solution for the crisis that we have.
So Steenhuisen is also now getting interviewed. What's happening, Steenhuisen? What's gonna happen? So Steenhuisen is saying no, it can't happen. That Afrikaners must leave South Africa. It can't. First of all, we need them in the agriculture sector. Someone said, someone said this morning, yeah, African people must leave, and then the blacks are gonna starve. We dare you to leave. We dare you. We dare you to leave and let us starve. Because I don't know this misconception that if African people leave South Africa, we're gonna starve. We dare you to leave. Because if you go to these farms on a serious note and you look there, you're gonna find black people there farming. You're gonna find black people doing the work. So you're telling me if African people leave, we're gonna starve? What? Okay, I think I need to calm down because my pressure is literally sitting on 100 and don't. The pressure is very, very high. Let's try this thing with a calmer voice. So Steenhuisen, he says when they contribute a lot to the agriculture sector. And also, there's been a misinformation. Halal. The truth is coming out. Because now they are getting results that they didn't want. There's been a misinformation regarding this land expropriation without compensation. No land is being expropriated. Go to Steenhuisen. Hey, no land is being expropriated in South Africa without compensating. So this needs to be communicated to Donald Trump. We are setting a meeting so that we can go explain that no white farmers are targeted in South Africa. Halal. AfriForum was peddling lies. It was all fun and games. It was all fun and games. It was all fun and games. So we need to set a meeting. So now they're saying, no, we need to set a meeting with Donald Trump and explain this to his administration that, no, this is not going on. And Steenhuisen also said, we also need to explain that... we also need to explain that now there's a new government. There's no longer the government of the ANC. Now there's a GNU, which is the DA, is also contributing in that GNU. So it's impossible for land to be expropriated without compensation. Halal. Also, the truth is coming out now. Thank God. Thank God Trump who said they must go to America. Thank God. Because the truth is coming out now. So Steenhuisen, they want to set a meeting. Funny enough, Steenhuisen, they want to set a meeting with Trump as the DA. They are not saying we need to set up a meeting as the government. Again, they're isolating themselves. Hey, halal. Halal. And I saw, it's a pity, I don't know if my phone is on, because I saw some girl posted, myself, and said, the 7 cardinal pillars of the economic freedom fighters are manifesting right now. The cardinal pillars of the foundation of the Youth League that developed to a party of economic freedom fighters are manifesting. The EFF is ahead of time. Hey, I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to go read that thing. What a time. What a time. Hey, calculatile AfriForum abelungu. Now their own game is turning against them. So I don't know who's going to go to America and discuss in the TA, but they are saying they are going to go to America and explain to Trump that no land is being expropriated in South Africa. That is misinformation. I'm going to play you guys the clip for Steenhuisen. I want to see if I can put my phone on in the meantime and check that post from Samkele Maseko. So let me just let's play the clip for Steenhuisen.
Well, let me just say this. I want our Afrikaans farmers to stay in South Africa to contribute towards food security and to the growing of our economy. They're an important partner in South Africa, and that is why I've said very clearly, we move to protect and defend the rights of all South Africans, regardless of their race, language or culture, and that everybody should feel that they have a role to play in South Africa and that they're fairly treated in South Africa. We cannot afford to lose large numbers of commercial farmers. However, I would like to think that the majority of our farmers, particularly from the Afrikaans community, want to stay here in South Africa and work together across all the different race groups and cultures and languages to make South Africa a great place. It is a wonderful place here in South Africa. We've got problems, but we can fix them. But I don't think we should be encouraging the departure of anybody from South Africa, and I think we should be working to fix the problems that clearly exist. We clearly now have a very important trading partner who has got an issue with us. The way we resolve that is by sending a delegation to Washington to sit around the table, to put the facts on the table, to explain to them what the GNU is doing. Now this is a new government. It's not the government who's made the decisions of the last 20 years. It is a new government. And to set out very clearly what our goals and visions are as this government in order to ensure that we safeguard our economy quickly to protect South Africans' economy and South Africa's jobs. Why I think there should have been a broader discussion within the GNU on that. However, we now have to move very quickly to protect South Africans' economy and South Africa's jobs. And that can only come about from having a proper dialogue with the United States government. The Trump White House has clearly issued this executive order. I think some of the decisions have been made on misinformation around the true state of affairs in South Africa. There is no land being expropriated on a mass scale from anybody in South Africa without compensation. That's not to say that the Expropriation Act is not harmful, and that is why it is being challenged legally by the DA. But we have to make sure that we safeguard our agriculture sector and our agriculture jobs. If commercial farmers and small-scale farmers lose the opportunity to get goods into the United States of America, we're losing access to one of our big markets, and we cannot afford that. We already have a number of challenges in the agri-space, terrible roads, inefficient ports and harbours, and we can do those things. But I would say that if we're going to fix what's wrong in South Africa as the GNU, we do that by fixing the policies and passing new laws that make sure we focus on economic growth and jobs. And that is what the medium-term development plan is aiming to do, and that's what we're working very hard within the government to be able to achieve. It's not going to come from punishing factory workers, farmers and farm workers.
The last clip that I want to play is, I don't know if it's members of AfriForum. They also had a press briefing where they also mentioned Uguti, they are going nowhere. Of course, we've already established that we are going nowhere. They said they are going nowhere. They've been trying to set a meeting with President Ramaphosa. I heard one of the people saying they've been trying to set a meeting with President Ramaphosa, but they haven't been, they didn't get the chance, or maybe Ramaphosa's office declined. I don't know what happened, but they didn't get the meeting. I'm glad that the ANC is also standing up to them. I'm so glad that the ANC is standing up to them, as they should. Okay, let me play you this last interview, and then after playing the interview, I want to go find that post for Samkele Maseko. I don't know if I'm going to be able to read the whole thing, but let's quickly go to that post. Let's play the interview. It's just a short clip, and then let's look for Samkele.
Thank you very much. I want to start to re-emphasize that the United States response to South Africa and President Trump's executive order has nothing to do with solidarity and AfriForum, but everything to do with the reckless domestic, foreign and diplomatic policies of the ANC. Solidarity also wants to reaffirm its commitment to the country. Our members work here and want to stay here, and they are going to stay here. We are committed to build a future here. We are not going anywhere. We are committed to dialogue. However, the ANC leaders has made dialogue difficult by breaching trust when it signed the
Just before we get to the post of Samkele, I saw that Samkele has also reposted a post that was written by Dr. Ndlozi. Dr. Ndlozi said, Has anyone asked another beneficiary of Trump's executive order what their reaction is? I suspect that the South African Zionist Federation and Jewish Board of Deputies are far more responsible for this execution order than these Boer chaps. Of course, they are equally racist and alarmist, but through Netanyahu, we may discover they thought this order will find popular reception and see South Africans' moral high ground affected over the ICJ case. So Utundlozi, it might not only just be AfriForum responsible for this. It could be that it's a root and plant from the ICJ case, as it was mentioned earlier by one questioning statement, Trump, that also South Africa supported the people of Palestine, undermining the US and the Israel. So that's what Dr. Ndlozi is saying. So this is the post that Usamkele said. He says that the 7 cardinal pillars, from the generation of economic freedom fighters of the ANC Youth League to the political party EFF, are reigning supreme in the political discourse of today. The biggest problem, if you have not realized, with white people is not anything else. They are scared of equality. They are scared of being equal with us. And they will fight tooth and nail to make sure that we remain beneath them. Hey, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you are as boiling as I am, because Sana, my pressure is too high. Let me know if you are boiling as I am. What a time. Anyway, subscribe to this channel. It is free of charge. Subscribe. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Zizipolo Pelwane, and this is a platform where we discuss politics. Every day we talk politics, we react, we discuss politics. What a time. Let me know what you think. Aluta continua. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Shout out.